Turns out, I don't think that you can transfer all projects from a studio. You can't copy and paste studios of projects. It seems like you have to do them one by one, which I can understand is a bit tedious. But I figured out a workaround, which is that you can add projects by tags. So I went through and, remember week 1 debug-its? I'm clearly all on week 1 debug-its this week. But I went through and I tagged them with challenge debugging and debug it. So imagine if you had a class of projects, like a particular class of students that were working on a project, and you told them to tag their projects with, class 1A or something. So then I did that for each of these 5 debug-its. So at the bottom here you can see there's a tag here called debug it. And then I created a new studio called my debug-its. And when you click on add projects, usually it opens up this drawer on the bottom and lets you add either shared projects from your favorites or anything that you've recently viewed. So what I did is, instead of using the drawer, I used up here, it allows you to add particular projects just by the URL, but you can also add them by tag. So now if I put here and click on add by tag, it automatically adds all 5 of those projects into the studio. So you could have students or anyone that you're working with, or as you're going along and working on projects, you could tag them particularly and then have them add the projects that way. If they're not your projects that you're adding, so they're somebody else's, you won't be able to go through and tag them, right? You can't change the tag unless they're your own projects. Another option is to use this recent viewed tab. So you could go through and just go to the project page, and that will automatically cache that URL that you've viewed the project. And then when you go back, you can see I've opened up the week 1 debug-its here. You could add them this way, and that would be another easy way for you to go through and add multiple projects at once. So if you've added projects to a studio, so you can see this is the studio again that I just created, and you want to take them out, you should be able to see a little X on this top corner. And I've noticed that right after I've added projects, sometimes it doesn't show up right away. So as you saw, I just refreshed. So I just went back up to the top and refreshed the page, show up again, and now it is showing it for me. So you can delete projects out of the studio just by clicking on that little X on the top corner, and it'll take projects out. So that's a way for you to remove the projects. And it should give you a little notification on the top that the project was successfully removed.